What's up everybody, Mike here, and in this Elden Ring build guide video, I'll be showcasing my Carian Sorcerer Knight build. Yes, essentially this being a Spellblade build of sorts, and want to showcase how fun this can be. This is focused on being more of a defensive playstyle in a sense, more than offensive, but you're gonna, have some fun essentially with the defensive playstyle, being able to counterattack in certain situations, attack from afar, things like that. First up though, I'm going to show you guys what I'm using equipment wise before we get into showcase what this build does in terms of gameplay. And I'm using the Lord Sword straight sword. I turned into a magic straight sword. Now, honestly, you can use a long sword for this. I just didn't have one necessarily on hand. I have a broadsword here you probably could use just fine too. I decided to go with the Lord Sword though, and add the Ash War Carian Grandeur as well, so to help with the theme of this build. But like I said, yeah, it feels like a regular longsword that would work fine, or you can use the Lord Sword as well, and it probably would even work with this one, or basically a straight sword, relatively any decent straight sword, so you'll be good. That's what I'm going with that. For the purpose of this build, you're mostly going to be using like your spells anyway, not so much of the actual weapon itself, unless you're obviously out of, FP to use. And then for the staff, I decided to go with Carian Regal Scepter. This ends up being the better option in terms when it scales to intelligence. As you see, there's S ranking, and I'll go into attributes later on to showcase why that's important. But yeah, decided to go with this weapon instead of another staff. This ended up being the better one for this build. And even with the weapon here, you can see that the intelligence is at least C here with where I got at. And then for shield, I decided to go with Carian Knight's shield to also go with the theme of this build. And got that maxed out as well too. And a really good shield for defense when you're blocking, so just get used to blocking sometimes. And then for the armor, I got Carian Knight Helm. Don't necessarily have to go with this, but I want to, kind of go to sort of fit the theme a bit here. And then I decided to go with Spellblade's Traveler's Attire, and Spellblade's Gloves, and Spellblade's Trousers. Then for talismans, as you can see here, we got Dragon Crest, Great Shield Talisman to mitigate physical damage, and then Magic Scorpion Charm to raise magic attack, and Godfrey Icon enhances charged spells and skills, because we're going to be using quite a bit of charged spells here. And then Shard of Alexander to greatly boost the attack power of skills. So there you have with that. Let me go into the spells as well too. So for the spells I'm using for this build, I'm using Terra Magica. This is really good to use at like the beginning of a boss fight, or really at the beginning of any encounter. You can use it in right away, because it's going to give you that nice damage boost. I think roughly about 35% towards your magic. So as long as you stay within it, obviously. So just be careful not to get knocked out of it. Try to stay within it as best as possible, and that's going to boost your magic power even more. And another one here, Great Blade Phalanx, I like to use here as sort of a nice little defensive move where enemies get close to you, and this will essentially help take a lot of health out of them. Also helps with stunning them too, or staggering them, so you can get in a visceral attack basically. Or you can combine these two, honestly, where you use Great Blade Phalanx first, and then go into Loretta's Great Bow to hit an enemy from far, at least get one shot off with this, and then they come in close and get hit by the Great Blade Phalanx. Scarlet Shield's good there, enhance left hand shield, damage negation, so that's going to help with your defenses basically. I threw this in here, Finding Rain of Stars, release the downpour star rain for a while, so that's going to help off certain situations basically, or just have fun, rain down star magic on big enemies. Glintstone Comet Shard is a good projectile magic spell to utilize against enemies as well. It's faster than the Great Bow. And then Rykard's Rancor, thought I'd throw in here, releases serene spirits that repeatedly explode after delay. That's gonna be really fun to use. I'll showcase that in different ways here as I showcase the gameplay. So I'll be showcasing everything. Okay, so now I want to show some gameplay. First off, just showing like what you can do without the magic basically. Go ahead and counter. Dispense this guy. So this is wild magic. If you're going to need to do this sometimes. Obviously, you don't want to use your magic spells all the time, but you know, decent chunk amount of time. And that's just with the physical attacks there you can do. Now, obviously, we want to showcase the Ash of War here. Let's go do that next. Gets this guy. Boom. Dead. And it's you can see it's not too slow. It's actually been sped up as well, so it's not as slow as it used to be. Very good overall. Let's showcase this, the Founding Rain of Stars here. Let me not get hit though. Hold up. That doesn't do a ton of damage, and plus you gotta make sure you get the enemy right there. Like I said, certain situations, probably better to use it when the enemy's unaware of your presence. So we're gonna switch out to the Glintstone Comet Shield. That missed horribly because he jumped. But as you can see here, it is really, really good. For Rykard's spell we're using here, we gotta get to catch enemies unaware a bit. So try this. It didn't work out like I wanted to, and I'm stuck in a wall. He came to it though. Get multiple out there. There we go. There we go. So really good when you're using basically at least 2 at a time out there, that spell. All right, so now I want to showcase, guys, to you. Sorry. Great Phalanx spell combined with the Loretta's Great Bow. Figured this would be a good opportunity to use it against the giants here, since they're slow, lumbering. Not too fast. Go ahead and get this going. And let's try it. So you can get off maybe a couple shots here with them. I did not mean to do that. These guys are a little bit harder to stagger with magic, at least when it comes to Great Phalanx, so you're not going to have to do it against these guys right away. Keep that in mind. And I messed that up. There we go. Staggered. Replenish the magic here. Let's go try another one. This time, let's go ahead and... Hold up. Use Terra Magica. A lot of damage there we did. Nope. Ow. Trying to get these back on. I'll try to show you the damage you'll do while with Terra Magica out there. And it went away. But as you see, still takes them down nonetheless. Now let's showcase this against a boss or two. Here we got the Mad Pumpkin head here. Now for this one, I want to showcase the Ash of War mostly, how it will work against a boss like this guy. Look at that damage. Not so much there as we hit his head. We got to get his weak points. There we go. And dead. Easy, right? All right, here we go through Terra Magica. Great Blade Phalanx, if I can talk right. Let's get the Loretta's Bow going. I didn't show off the shield yet, so let's do that. Blocked it nicely. Out, not that time, no. I will have to move away from Terra Magica though because of that move. So bosses like this are going to kind of stay on you, but it's going to be hard to get Terra Magica off again. It's usually good to start to begin the fight. Try it though anyway. Remove though and not die. Well, Loretta's great bow. That did not work out how I wanted it. We still did do a lot. We still did a lot of damage though. Ow. This is hard with this one. I'm not blocking either, like I should be. Right there. With the Terra Magica Slump to get the extra damage in. Ow! This guy is being rude. All right. But there you have it though. There you have it. I still gotta go to the attributes before I finish up with this video. All right, so with the attributes here, this is a level 150 build as I usually do. Have Vigor at 50 for the survivability and great health pool. So that way you're not getting, you know, killed as much basically overall. Now mind, ideally you want to get higher than 33, but because this class is a samurai class to start off with, I have certain base stats that are what they are. So for this to be 150, I had to leave it at 33, but you want to raise it to like 38, 40 even if you can. Endurance, I left alone where it's at. Strength and dexterity, same thing. I left it alone at the base stats where it's at. Yeah, you honestly, with endurance, strength, and dexterity, can leave them at least 10 to 12 each. You don't necessarily need them too higher than that. Intelligence is at 80, because that's where we're getting our most damage output from anyway, is intelligence with this build. And then faith at 18, so we can use the right card spell, basically. And there you have it. This is the Carian Sorcerer Knight build. And honestly, it is fun. More of a defensive playstyle than I would like in some instances. And as you saw there during the gameplay, you know, basically a lot of you are countering or like, you know, ranged combat a bit there, which would be up the alley for some players here. Mix it in a bit here with the close range and in your face with the ranged combat. But honestly, if you want to dish out the damage and hurt with this theme type of build, this is for you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below about this build. What do you think? Is it something you're going to try out for yourself? Or if you create something a little bit better than this and tweaked it a bit? If you like this video, please drop a like. Subscribe if you're new. My name is Mike. Thanks for watching.